Okay. Did I fix it? Okay, we're good. Mic just broke. I don't know why. Hopefully that didn't make a horrible sound. I'm really sorry if it did. Audio equipment usually does that for some reason. Because it's evil. Made by evil. That's what they put on every mic you get. It says made by evil. Beware. But it's okay because I like scary things, so it's fine. So, welcome back to Ace Attorney. I was supposed to do this earlier. Sorry that I didn't, but yeah, we're at it finally. So, because the plan originally was to play this first, but I got really excited about playing Voices of the Void, and I was like, okay, I want to play this first before, and then we'll play Ace Attorney later. And I was like, okay, do 3 streams of this. Again, after doing 3 streams, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to play it now. Play it again. I want to finish the episode now. So here we are. Honestly, what I might end up doing is we do 1 week Voices of the Void, 1 week Ace Attorney, 1 week Voices of the Void. It might, like I did in before, so I might do that. I might every other stream will be a different one. I don't know. Really depends what I'm feeling like. Well, I'm not fully. The plan isn't done yet, but if I come up with a plan, I will say. It's either gonna be something like that. But yeah. I think last time I remember slightly what happened. But I'm gonna have a hard time with the voices because I barely remember a lot of them. I remember. I remember the Elvis voice on who was it? Ray? I don't remember. What's his name? I'm thinking it's a different name than the fucking. Apparently that one's wrong. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Not right now. Alright, so anyway. Why don't we start? Sorry, I just became a fish. My fish days, this is the fish stream. I'm so sorry. You're gonna hear this move for a second. Sorry about this. It's called positioning. There we go. Alright. That should be pretty good. The mic should be angled at a good spot. Alright. I hopefully won't need a guide for this because I am like not great at these sometimes. Like puzzles. It takes me a while for puzzles. This is why I don't like blame puzzle games ever for like bad puzzles or whatever, or like really obscure ones, because I'm like, I can't tell. I'm just generally not great at finding out puzzles. I say that, and I have gotten better at it, but oh wow, that lagged. I don't know why that happened. How's the audio? I realize Voices of the Void is kind of quiet when I play that, so I will up the audio for that when we do another stream of that. This should be exactly fine. From what I remember, the audio on this should be good. What part was I at? Oh, fuck you. Not you. I gotta start with this. I love that. Like, where am I at? Fuck you. I just hate it already. Alright, what's your deal? What's your voice? Posh. Fuck you attitude. It's not the sea. The early bird wins the web. Something like that. Good morning, Mr. Winner. Oh, we're really just starting up. How did you get here before me? Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you've made an early start. And I see you've made a late one, Judge Cavalier. You're kind of late. I'm dying. Sorry, I'm gonna sleep. Good night. I'm awake now. This is not my case. I'm a very busy woman. Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his current responsibility. I'm currently doing work as well, so like I'm not actually free per se. So kind of wrong about that. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, as an associate attorney. Well, I keep on forgetting your voice. Associate, more like asinine. Just think about that. Just let us begin the investigation of the yard. But I forgot your voice again. Okay, I'll get some officers to help. Oh. That won't be necessary because I am your officer now. Why not? We've already finished investigating the yard and we won quite the prize in the process. I am, look under my coat, I have officer badge, I'm police now. Won? But I was supposed to be winner. Your Honor, it seems I am the winner. I'd like to revisit your theory from yesterday, in order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edward, because you're kind of on the edge right now. Sorry, I got disgusted when I said that. I'm sure you remember your badge is in my hands. Yes, I remember. I needed the stakes up, of course. How can I not forget? You've told me suffered several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different threat. We have been warned repeatedly, yes, and each time my words seem to fall on deaf ears. Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination. The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simon Saint's innocence. Interesting. You have spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising. In the name of the goddess of justice, I will strike down your case without mercy. And when I am done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. Hope you do not come to regret this. My theory remains the same as what I related it to you yesterday. Miss Casarato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. As such, the body can only have been dropped down as the well during the show. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show was Mr. Saint. That's just a real assertion, and you can approve it, of course. I know I'm speaking like this. Of course she can. Who do you think you're up against? Look at me. Mansion. Think of that video. Man, so good. That video is a classic. Oh, I should put that. Okay, I got an idea for later. That video just gave me an idea. That's a good idea. What use the sense means to say is that we have reached the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. She really is a very busy woman. Busy looking after baby Winner. Okay. Victor appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is as stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep. Simon Saint was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. There was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Gambit was investigating the yard yet, which means I feel that may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. Your game theory is very flawed. He's very confident of that. But do you have any evidence to prove it? Yes, and I think I just might. I don't remember. My theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. The Scarsano did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. Okay, that's true. As such, the body should have only been dropped down in the well during the show. Oh, we could have dropped the body out there during the show, as Mr. Saint. Do we have any evidence that's anyone else? Between 3 AM and 6 AM on the 27th, instant death from a stab wound to the neck. Or the breakers, where they were tampered with before the body was found. So the breakers were tampered with, that's important. Oh. I'll try this to see if it worked. Oh, it worked. Okay, yeah, that was it. That was it. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up to create a certain unique contraption. Yeah, so the plant... Okay, I'm getting... My memory is coming back to me with this. So we found out that the... Simon could have... I mean, somebody still could have set this up. But when Simon had a pulley system... used the pulley system to fly, and somebody could have tampered with that to make a body fall as well, to make Simon look guilty. So that could have happened there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Contraption. Go on. You will recall that Mr. Sig was sent flying from the stage by the Elephanti. That's not the same ring as Evidency. I do, just before he was able to be absent for a while. He was only able to fly through the Essex to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick. Wait, would have sent him flying as soon as he set a foot on the stage. It's simple, really, little kid. He kept the weight from falling up by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With a second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. But evidence suggests the original weight was replaced with this knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show. You're saying Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? Well then, who do you think is the number one? Most likely the person to have used it to dispose of a body, Even you must see how this looks. If Mr. Saint was the killer, he would have simply done as Judge Gambit realized without some of these extra steps. That seems weird, yeah. Miss Barry. Yes? Does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works? Well, let's see. You had to get the prison's approval on what we were going to perform. So I think Simon's the only one who knows. And there you have it. Interesting. You've certainly been diligent in your investigation, and yet I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? Is what I'm doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so? How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see that you are doing wrong at this very moment? You are a prosecutor, yet you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book. True? I mean, you're not wrong. I am literally just, like, switching jobs like I'm not meant to do this. Like, I say me, it's Edward, but never play games. I always like I'm the character in the game, main character in the game. Yeah, I think a lot of people do this. I'm like, oh wow, this music! I forgot how good this is. Like, I do that a lot when I'm playing a game as a character. I'm like, play Silk Song. I'm like, hey, it's me. I think that's just because you play the game and you think it's like you get into the shoes of the character. And you're like, okay, it's you now. It's interesting. Interesting psychology bit. I only think of what is right and just and act as I see fit in each situation I'm confronted with. Based Edward. It's got a kind of sick Edgeworth lines coming in. Okay. I should be coming in with those lines though a lot, so this isn't anything new. This is the path I've chosen, but you can comprehend the choice is immaterial. I've never seen that word before. But if you mean to stand in my way, I'm gonna fight back with all I can bear. I'm gonna throw a bear at you. Master Goddess is testing me. Very well. If it is her who will, we must fight. Then I shall end this once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edwards. And for this, there is another reason why Mr. Say cannot be the killer. Okay, hit me. I'm yawning for some reason. Even I slept good. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simon Sate, unless he remains the only possible suspect. Mr. Sate took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell, but why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells? What do you mean, sus? What do you mean? Okay, this is they did it again. They've done it twice. They've done it twice. Hello? They must have added this. There's no way this used to be like this. They added this. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Yeah, that's pretty sus. But we all met Mr. Say that's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It is entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be possible, but it is no more or less plausible that having helped Mr. Knight escaped. I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. Why did they do this? Why did they do this? Okay, I was moved from the yard to the workshop, and then Mr. Knight must have first been brought to the yard from the cell. Okay. Was moved from the yard to the workshop. Yeah. Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. Seemingly, yes. The only person who could have opted to do that is Simon Saint, and thus he remains the only possible suspect. Okay, can I prove that Simon Saint wasn't the only one who could have done this? That might be one. Maybe I try this? Yeah, I got it wrong. Well. Okay, I wanna press on this one. Because this seems pretty good. I think this seems like the one I need to do. You're certain nobody else had an opportunity? I need to remind you that we had a prison. That our facility is monitored at all times. Again, those I must have been spotted. Okay, well, I know what to do now. But Mr. Sake was under the same scrutiny, was he not? The Warden granted the members of the circus through true special access. As a member of that troop under the supervision of Miss Berry, he's the only person who was free to wander where he willed. Seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor. Forgot is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edwards. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Very well, then recall this fact, if you will. You claim that Mr. Sate is the only person who was free to walk around the prison, but there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison, time where it would have been possible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. But evidence shows there was a period of time where oversight was limited. Camera. Mr. Sate was far from the only person who had the opportunity. Oh, which opportunity were you talking about again? Hey, we previously you're not listening. We previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from this, we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. Do you mean to say that a killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? This was no simple camera malfunction. Is it even possible? It was completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this. Our investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one which can be used to cut the power to security cams. We also learned that doors of the power room may have been opened around the time of the murder. Oh, what? Such a shame to see one so capable fall so short of the mark. Mr. Edwards knows what he's doing. Then how does he explain the lock on the power door room? Oh, yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. The warden is the only one with the key. Those breaks are vital to the prison's infrastructure, so I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to this power room's key so easily. No, but one person could have. Oh. I beg your pardon? That one person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. And what's more, their position here is such that nobody could dare question them. Oh, there's no way like that. The breaker to the lecture which is in there, they would be questioned in an instant. Wait, it's the warden? It's the warden? There's only one person who meets this criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was... I mean... The real culprit is... Yeah, you come in at the right moment too. Warden Lungard. Oh, jeez, look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie boy? He's not just a pretty face. Mrs. also has quite the nose for sweet things. You seem to be smelling something very sweet indeed, and it's coming from you. Oh. Interesting. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. Then perhaps it is the sweet stench of death. Oh, you're a regular poet, aren't you? I had no idea. But if I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were calling more a killer. That is precisely what I'm calling you. What? What? What did Lungard? Is the killer? Mr. Edwards, do you really realize what you're saying? Oh, such a naughty boy. How could he suspect me? I'm the one in charge around here. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? Equally far-fetched, this is preposterous. Sadly, it is not, although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points. We must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that the warden Longard is the killer. I actually don't know which evidence is. Oh. Wait, yeah. This proves that you are the killer. Darling, please, that's your damning evidence. It's nothing to do with me whatsoever. And you know it. It looks like it wasn't. I got it wrong. This is what's the other warden. Just now. Whatever. Oh, you're talking about the smell. Okay, well, I'll know what to do now. This is no joke, Warden. You're the killer. Oh, really? Well, could you at least try and present some possible evidence? Take that! Your son betrays you, Warden. And here's your accuser. He's the police dog? He had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first around. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're precisely, you really are. You're priceless, you really are. Your evidence is ugly for suspicion. Verity, dear, do put him in his place. Seems like Gambit may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. This is no a mere coincidence, Mr. Edwards? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent from found lingering on the body is hers as well. Well, just one or the other. We might be able to brush it off as coincidence, however. Indeed, then it seems our conclusion approaches. Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself. We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at the end. You're being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer. How could I possibly do such a thing? I didn't do it. Nice start sentence. I didn't do it. Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in her cell, so by all logic I would have had to have killed him there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went to the prison. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check if you like. You won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper. I haven't the first idea what harebrained theories your little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer.
Give me a break. This is a lie. Don't make it hard on everyone and just come clean.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you are the one making things difficult. As I just said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of it. Please, Machado, stop being a big silly. You've made a boo-boo, and you know it. Nobody told me everything she knows. Okay. Yeah. Make them divide themselves by logic. Oh, yeah. (3 a.m. and 6 a.m.) When did the footage go out? (9 a.m.) What? I don't know, try that. I got it wrong. No, that's not what I... No, it's what shut and hug you're wishing for. All you can do is have to ask.
What's your models of incoming?
Now it's got missiles. Just where my life flash before my eyes. I'm about to try a different approach. Okay. I just want to move the body, especially as I never went to prison. They have proof they did. Good work. See, I was good half miles until right before the show began. Even anyone said you didn't enter the prison? Please, darling, let me finish. Well, I think I might know why. It's not that. Alright, that right. Okay, I'm pressing. Sure, maybe you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison, but what if you took another route? Oh, come on, sweetie, you certainly don't mean that awful, filthy tunnel that you discovered. Why, until yesterday I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way in, I was certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance of the tunnel. The route you took went through this location. Through the fence? Oh, then you took the knight from his cell and brought him into your office, which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you went away through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. A gold star for creativity, dear darling. And how would I have gotten through the fence? An extremely high fence, topped with a razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yo, how was she supposed to get through that? The fence electricity supply can be cut off from the power room, and only you had the key, Warden. No one could have done it. Utterly ridiculous. Power room's on the prison side of the yard. Warden Logard was on the detention side, center side. How would she even have reached the power room? Exactly, Verity, but dear darling, well, clever puss. You've dug yourself a real hole now. Aye. If there's no record of Warden Logard having it to the prison proper, then the idea that she could have shut the fence off by using the breakers, I'd have a question. But there must be some way she could have done it.
Take a deep breath, big guy, and lose your cool, and you've lost everything.
But if I don't find a solution, she might wriggle out of this.
I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, huh?
No matter how I'm gonna tickle you a little bit. No, look at it, Lord Lockhart couldn't have done it alone. Let's try this. I could have. You're not doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your silence. That was a reflexive objection. But now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. I have one more thing to add, if you'll permit me. Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence. Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. Wasn't able to shut off the breaker. She couldn't have done it alone, but what if she wasn't alone?
Oh, now we're talking. Way to flex the whole gray matter, kiddo.
I believe that Warden Logard had an accomplice. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth said nothing wrong?
Inmates of this prison are all issued with security bracelets. Those that raise alarms of people go where they're not supposed to. So you realized your error, and we are, of course, within the prison grounds, where not only the bracelets are worn, but even the guard surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing. In spite of all that, no one noticed Mr. Casanato's escape. The only ones who set free to roam are the animals, and these most certainly could have not operated the breaker. No, so our accomplice must be human. Given that it cannot have been a prisoner or a guard.
I wouldn't be so quick to rule that out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there's one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted, and I have just evidence to show that who that free-roaming person was.
Literally. This is one of the prisoner's bracelets?
Indeed, a broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner.
What do you mean? And who's this prisoner?
Frick Solid. Warden Longard's favorite inmate. You're sweating now? And strange, isn't it, Warden? That he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the time.
Oh, that is pretty funky. I don't mean a good way.
You kinda scared. Just looking scared now.
It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although you are in a habit of giving such leeway to certain others. But here are Cardis, for example.
Sedgworth, this is pure speculation.
In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Soward himself? I'm confident he will confirm for us that he and Mr. Warden Longard were accomplices in this crime. If the two of them had worked together, such a route to the prison becomes viable. The route by which Knight was moved from his cell to prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security cam outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop, by having Mr. Soward shut off the corresponding breakers.
Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun.
And you still Knight, Warden Longard?
No, darling. You've got me. I admit it. Warden? Tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey. I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it. No. No way. You did, Mr. Edgeworth, you got her.
Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be bringing out of this now.
As Miss Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums. No, we did.
What?
Want to explain yourself? Oh, Verity, dear. I doubt your precious Cardis will want to hear my excuses now. She's all merciful. You have but to confess, and you shall be saved. Oh gosh, all right. I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said.
Who's he?
What? Who is he? Interesting. Lord Macanus, that awful assassin.
Macanus?
How long has it been since that awful man came to my beautiful prison? I've never forgotten the day he arrived. The moment we were alone, he said this to me.
You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution.
Others?
Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs will do anything I ask of them.
Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing.
I would recommend that you take care. It should be done by staying here. I wouldn't want to have to send my dogs on you or your precious family.
I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for.
Everything? Wait, is that how he became the fixer?
Yes, Todd. I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all humor that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed that right away, of course, because I made easier for him, too.
So you're smuggling in contraband? How exactly?
That is... Well, that makes sense why he's all getting everything. That makes a lot more sense. So did Cardis do it then? I'm confused. I'm confused then, yeah. Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I would simply drop the packages down the well on the prison side and went back through the fence.
each of them spritzed with little white protein.
So that's what the smell was.
Yes, it was a signal for Connors' dog. When he picked up the set, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course.
Could be easy to keep him from finding out.
Oh, we're very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything runs to a schedule, meals, exercise hours, and that sort of thing. We knew he wasn't there. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Connors' dog, poor thing. So there was no risk of him raising the alarm either.
She has oversight over everything at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Connors couldn't fail.
Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning and to switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Again, from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later, when I got the chance. You've shared a great deal, Warden. Gotta so just surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool, I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. David Knight's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. And there was no package for me to deliver that day, and so I didn't go out into the yard.
The secret behind the fixer's system, and why she was.
At least I've been trying to track down his covers for the longest time. Even I've had them ahead myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secret scheduled into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say, and how much emphasis I presume that he simply won't say a word.
That's why you were interrogating Mr. Connors over and over.
Exactly, I was trying to track down those horrible hench people of his. About everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. I watched his every move, except every letter he wrote.
His letters? Then I suppose she must know about his correspondent chess schemes, too.
But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. Living in a fear like this, it's... Oh, you can't comprehend it. So you've heard yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The words of Warden Logard's confessions have cleansed her of all suspicion. Sure, there's no need to hound her any longer.
Has she really been cleared of all suspicion, though? Or is there more about her to uncover? There's more. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet, and I think the Goddess of Justice could agree.
So you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has?
Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Connors does nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself that she knew of, and even facilitated, the so-called Fixer's delivery route. I believe she used that same route to move Knight's body.
And what's your evidence, Mr. Edwards?
It's in the fact that the sweet smell on Knight's body is the exact same scent that Warden Lagard uses to signal a delivery. What do you make of that?
Well, that's because... That's so many times now, by now that the whole Wells probably smells of it. Some of it must have just rubbed off on his body. Was that match the statement that the cigar sound provided?
Smell. Yeah, smell kind of nice down there. Nice. Gee, I don't know. Smells sort of like dessert, I guess.
His words would seem to stress that the smell had permeated as well. You've been rendered speechless, I see. Now I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court. Oh, what do we do, Mr. Edwards?
What can I do? Is this as far as we go?
Finally, this is what we've actually done? Yes, it seems we are. By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned.
Hold it!
So many characters here. Who was that?
Come on, Judge G. Things were just getting good.
Defender? Are you about to be a defender?
Sorry, stop. I'm gonna die. Objected to by adjourning the session?
No.
Oh, what a shouting objection if I wanted to do that. You do you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn. Whatever floats your boat.
What are you doing, Mr. Fender?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's just all take a chill pill, shall we? By which I mean a square of chocolate goodness. Anyone?
Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of court?
No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make, is all. Some says Lord, that is.
Yes, I had forgotten that you were his real lawyer. Yeah, he hasn't talked at all. He's just in the background. Like, Edgeworth will do my work for me.
How could you kill a beer?
Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edgeworth do everything this whole time. Yeah.
Right, yeah, which is why I figured it's time to put in some work.
Work, you say? Somehow, I don't believe you've worked a day in your life.
I'm saying this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question a witness?
Now, I'm musing, but what is there left to ask?
I got a feeling my funny bone that thieves here has some more to tell us about the killer. Do I?
Frog voice.
Yes, indeed. Sure as a major player on time, Simon. I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. And you don't think he did it, do you? So tell us who did. Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears.
Mr. Edgeworth, what's he doing?
He's trying to coax Mr. Wollongong into giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go all the trouble to sending Dice Body out on such an odd journey? It's all because she wanted to free Mr. Connors.
Shit, no way.
If he was convicted of committing murder here, that could have been grounds for a transfer to another prison, most likely a more secure facility.
And where he'd be out of our air forever, huh?
Precisely. She saw an opportunity and seized it.
Why isn't he in a bigger, more secure prison then? No, Saint can't not be the killer. That's not fair. I was all ready to prosecute him.
Maybe I know, right? But maybe we should find out what she thinks first, man. You don't want to get the wrong guy, yeah?
Nice. Now Mr. Murder has to go all along with it, too. Oh, Lord. You have to testify further? Of course. How could I refuse the silver-tongued devil? The truth is coming out any kids. You have such a way with words.
I'm just doing my job, thief.
Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? And I'm simply dying to tell all. Very darling. Do say you'll let me. As you wish. Court is unadjourned. Can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Fender.
Me either.
Thank you for your timely intervention.
It's the least I could do. Kay's not wrong. I've been leaning on you hard. And besides, there's never rest, am I right? So I was dependent on us.
At least you're minute to it.
Sure, I think I just about have some reserved cool lawyer chat there. We can't follow this up. Which means you're up to bat, Miles. Big smiles. That was actually got a good show with a never rest spirit.
I shall.
Fabulous, then let's get started. I really don't think anyone could have done it but the Trevelman Connors. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a dislike to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sordid details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And then he just don't dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened. The victim, Mr. Knight, yes. I did him the most terrible disservice.
Yes, you killed him.
Okay, we're just gonna go there immediately. I suppose you could put it that way. If I weren't such a sorry excuse for unwanted, this would never have happened. And that's why I have to clean up this whole terrible mess. Good luck on, as ever. The honesty is truly your credit. I'm certain Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude.
You clearly never met Mr. Knight.
It's true. It can't be much people. So let's get this straight. So, Rocco couldn't have done it. From what you know,
So Rocco was in the cell. Simon possibly could have done it. Simon was around there. Lugard could have done it. Frank. They might be tilting towards Frank here. Why is Lang so big? Let me hold that one. I think this is my main one.
Well, what can you tell us about those sort of details?
Well, we all know what Carter once did for a living. The killing part gave him much trouble, especially as the victim was already injured. His neck, I think. Could have turned his into the right body. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway.
They must make some sort of report for the warden when new prisoners are admitted. You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about Knight.
That's because I didn't, sweetie. And the victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I expect House to use the chisel that was hidden in the chest set, don't you? Awful grisly business.
There we go.
Gotcha. Just imagine, I probably didn't even have time to cry out.
I see. Thank you for those thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear about them in a little more detail, don't you mind?
Oh, Miss Edwards, you're making me blush. I would like to chat with you all day.
Edward cannot handle flirting.
Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course, we can talk about them some more.
Nice. Now I got it.
And which chess set would that be precisely?
Like the one the victim brought in, sweetie. Do try to keep up. The victim was a certified chess fanatic, and so I'm led to believe. But the naughty boy struck a chisel inside it. Can you imagine?
How does she know about the chisel on the chess set? Only a few people were supposed to know about that. After all, we only learned about it thanks to certain deductions we made. So how did she find out?
Of course, in the hands of a killer like Connors, even a chisel could serve as a deadly weapon.
Wait. That's true, actually. You make a good point, Edward.
What my god? You strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please, call me Fifi, or Sweetie Pie, if you prefer.
I'm going to die. I think you may have been a little less careful than you realize in this instance.
Oh, dear, aren't you just a adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed, we're all family here.
No!
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, don't let her get inside your head.
You certainly didn't know much about the Knight.
What's the Knight? Music plays.
In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about the chisel.
Of course I do, darling. And don't you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Oh, you're not talking about your way out of this, Warden. This is entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chess set into the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight wouldn't have had it with him when he arrived.
What? I mean, of course, that when Mr. Knight came in, we...
You checked him? I find that hard to believe. Because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it there and then? Oh, wow! Judge Gambit, did you tell anybody that the hidden compartment in the chess set?
I did not.
No one leaked our findings, and how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden on guard? Because it certainly couldn't have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Saint on their arrival.
Indeed, such a thing would simply imply an intentional oversight if it had been found, yet lived through.
Precisely, so Warden on guard, and answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set?
Spilled water? Almost. Alright, darling, there's no need to rub it in. You got me, alright? I questioned Knight. That was when I learned about the chess set. But please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him. One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. Court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Edwards?
None, Your Honor.
Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up this awful misunderstanding, I promise. Very well, go ahead, Longguard, and please tell the truth this time.
Well, lies are starting to wear thin as my chance to expose her.
I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand? I make a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home. Knight was no different. He just had a little chat, you might call it. And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away.
The more she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate.
Simply his conversation with the new detainee. I seemed entirely above board. Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you'd understand.
Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement?
Suppose we shall see, though, won't we? Mr. Edwards, you may begin your cross-examination. At least you're letting me. It's a question night, but it wasn't anything serious. Okay. Anything serious? Talking to every newcomer, okay? Okay. What was the chat about?
Oh, was he when you spoke with him?
Oh, he was so open and honest, darling.
What?
That guy honest?
He was talking about one croissant and promoting a prawn. I suppose he must have been hungry.
And promoting a pawn? It seems he's spared no one from his obsession with chess.
You're the one to talk, Edgar. I don't think you're sparing anyone else.
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would still be alive today.
You really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? But what would my motive have been, darling? I told you, I barely knew him. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Canis, but Knight had something to do with that animal.
You should just hate Canis. Warden Lagarde, I must insist that you attend that statement to your testimony.
That's interesting, because I have another thing. So, about that. I did pretty good with the evidence and, like, hitting it left and right.
Lord Gambit, I'd like you to take a look at this.
That's about a game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edwards?
You just found a Knight's cell, which is exactly where you said you saw it too, Warden Longguard. But you didn't see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Canis' cell too.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. Oh. I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option.
She finds out that who his cronies are, right?
Personally, interrogating your own prisoner is highly irregular, to say the least. But as you said, Mr. Canis had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were.
And so what if I did?
You also told us that you read his letters, which means you must have known but one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondent chess. And then, who should appear but Knight, carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game? We ourselves used that diagram to infer a connection between the two men, and it seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Canis' henchman, sent to kill you.
Which is why the reason she had that chat with the brownster. If his boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would.
And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. Further inside his chess set, you found a hidden chisel.
The weapon itself.
As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing. Canis. And thus you convinced yourself that Knight was working for Canis. and that is why you killed him. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Gambit, your verdict, please.
Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be little room for doubt. I hereby give my verdict. Bronco Knight was murdered by... okay, again! In the name of Goddess of Justice, who is it this time? Warden? It's a joke! It's all a big stupid joke! You people just don't get it, do you?
I think we've proven that it's you who understands things correctly.
Maybe. Please, darling. I understand it all perfectly well. Thank you very much. I understand that there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edworth.
Yeah, you're just grasping at straws now. I have no time for this. Your Honor, the verdict.
I'm curious to hear what the warden has to say.
What?
You'll tell, Verity, and I just have one last thing to say. Then Mr. Edworth can declare himself the winner. You rang? Does anybody remember a certain autopsy report? Of course. He said we received the finalized version only this morning. That's right. And I was listening to what you told us about Verity, even if nobody else was. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches deep?
Wait.
Riddle me this, Mr. Edward, because I am the riddler. Apparently. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch deep wound?
No.
Forgive me, old Goddess. I came perilously close to making a terrible mistake. Looks like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Mr. Edgeworth. What now? What do we do?
Oh, we're fine. Mr. Edgeworth always comes through. Right, sir?
I have an issue.
Looks to me like Master's out of commission. You're attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Turn things on the head. What a desperate bluff. Blurt out the same mind-blowing thing that comes to you. But look, Detective, as much a man of action as the next guy. But what happened after this poor Rebel Creek without a paddle? This might be the end of the road.
I can't give him now. We have to do something.
I'm thinking I'm certain that Warden Logard is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. What if the chisel wasn't the murder weapon? What other bladed weapon is that here in this facility?
Wait, let me think. Let me look at the evidence. What is another item that could be used to kill? So they couldn't find a murder weapon, so we don't know what exactly it is. Wait. No.
No evidence to provide those answers.
I'm unsure.
Alas, we must await until the trial sees this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Oh, come on, G. You're giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Are you calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Fender?
No, not me, no. I've tried, Miles. Any bright ideas?
That is the real murder weapon. It's clearly not the chisel. Found it. This question there's everything we've deduced out the window.
Dad, Mr. Edwards? Allow me to remind you. That claim is not supported by sufficient evidence aspected harshness penalties.
It's hopeless. I can't think of anything. I need more time. Look as I am to admit it.
You can't give up now. Remember what Mr. Fender said? Simon's counting on us. Without us, he's... Remember how upset he was? He was devastated. Nobody's more paid than him over the Mr. Knight's death. There's no way he did it. But if we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news. And I, for one, won't walk away until we have some.
Gay.
3 miles, your little buddy there's quite a motivational speaker. And she's right, too. When you find yourself on the ropes, think of your client, picture them pleading with you to help them. Doesn't that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. And you just like him, right? When there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who'll find it. Simon's counting on you.
Judge Gambit.
Seems I've recovered your composure, Mr. Edwards. But if you mean to attempt a defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. You have repeatedly fulfilled misguided theories, and have made numerous false accusations. Not really. If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as prosecutor, and relieve you of your badge for good. You've said this like 50 times.
She's right. To put forward a number of theories that prove to be flawed in one way or another. I've made some sort of fundamental oversight. Wait, she said my theories were misguided?
They say that the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting. I hereby. Sir! Mr. Edwards? Give my verdict.
That's it. I've been thinking about it the wrong way all this whole time. My theories weren't misguided. I was being misled.
Wait, what? What do you really being misled?
I think it's a little soon for that, Your Honor.
I say very well best do, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Betty? Mr. Edwards? Let me proceed.
What? I'd like you to remind me of a few things. The sighting of the dog Helmut. The fact that he wasn't at the show. And these other factors made Mr. Connors the obvious suspect at first.
Yeah, it was set up that way. That's what I assume. Yes, again, Mr. Edwards, you seem to be also proud of your blunder. That's the wrong way for it.
But what if the real killer wanted to suspect Mr. Connors? What if it was all carefully arranged? What if the same one was Truth the Chisel, a purported murder weapon?
That's what I assumed was the case.
Like he'd been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. But what if this was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just to leave traces of blood on it for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel is the murder weapon. But why mislead us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think the chisel is the murder weapon rather than whatever was really used?
No, it's not the murder weapon. Yeah.
Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest.
What? It suggested?
What are you talking about, darling? Mr. Winner, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think?
Huh? Oh, Mr. Connors isn't the killer?
And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us.
Oh, Mr. Connors had a bunch of chisels, so she wanted us to think it was one of his, right?
Indeed, that was the plan right from the start. To frame Hidhama Connors.
Long name. Anything would appear to be sound. Warden Longard certainly seems to harbor a deep and abiding hatred for Mr. Connors. However, I think you know what I'm going to say next. That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Longard is the killer.
I knew that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we now know must exist.
If you cannot prove that your theory, then this conversation ends here.
If we could just find the real murder weapon.
How many times do we have to go through this? We've searched the prison from top to bottom. Yes, this is quite correct. Now that possible murder weapon has been found, so I'm afraid you're at a bit of an impasse.
I can still prove my case against Your Honor, because it's still here inside this prison. This would have made sure of that.
The security gate?
I'm glad you at least remember what it is. And do you remember what it does?
Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. This can detects metal, which means you can't bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh.
Your tiny brain is activated, I see. Precisely. If there's another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken off the premises.
We could have been brought to the prison in the first place, so we can find ourselves right back where we began.
Just carefully.
What I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish to believe that there's another murder weapon here in the prison, you will also have to explain to me how it got here.
Alright. We know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chest set. But our contention is the chisel is not the real murder weapon. So what if the murder came from outside the facility, and there must have been a way to get it in, bring it in.
Yes, the question of the hour is this: can you show me this alternate route?
Ugh. Had a weapon. Well, I got used to getting to prison. You borrowed evidence from the police to help with the investigation, is that correct?
Obviously, everything related to Candace is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've called the secret was someone to my office to talk to me.
Of course, that's how. The fact that this is here shows us how the belated evidence could have gotten through this facility as well.
I don't get it, but okay. I guess.
I'm able to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Canis yesterday.
Oh, was that okay? Yes, it was one of my bells. Only two were in existence.
Just two?
Two and only two. One for my name, one for my beloved and exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guidance after all. And I must be at least my tools precisely. Of course, as he said, that knife is long but since taken from me.
So you see, there's a way for objects to be brought into prison unscrutinized as part of the evidence of Warden got barred from the police.
Oh, what?
Mr. Canis' knife was part of the evidence in the case against him, in that it was he in the prison. Not only that, but the knife had a certain bell attached to it.
The bell's attached to the chisel?
Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel.
That can't be right. The chisel had only Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it.
Easily enough to explain if the killer wore gloves. She made it look like the chisel was the murder weapon and attached the bell to it. In doing so, she made sure that the evidence pointed to Mr. Canis. He had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken. Why, only person to whom it had been entrusted.
What was it, sir? What's the mess with evidence?
I believe that would be you. Is that correct, Warden Longard? But that's not exactly where, you know. Anybody could have set that up.
And luckily for you, that isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique, because there are only two of them in existence.
Why? Why?
By attaching that bell to the chisel, you are as good as declared yourself the killer.
Well, you have proof that I was ever even here to begin with.
I don't. Not yet, anyway. Mr. Winner, I'd like you to order another search of the prison right away.
Oh, but, what if we do find something that's going to make things awkward for... Oh, my...
But what's convenient for you? We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but, you know...
This was an excuse for a prosecutor. If I had to investigate it, I wouldn't be sitting on it.
Anyhow, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it.
You know full well that she would do no such thing. You had the power to insist on that search. Use it.
Sorry, darling, but not without that evidence. The goddess of justice cannot bestow blessings onto those who lack proof to support their claim. Shut the fuck up! Oh my god, you could... Oh, I hate you now. I don't like you anymore. I thought you were okay. But now... What do you mean? You could help right now. I thought you cared about truth. Work is done here. The rest of this matter will have to be settled at the courtroom. You do not care about the truth. You literally... You don't care. You don't care? Like, literally, I have all this evidence and I showed you, and you're like, what do you mean you have no evidence? You could literally just check right now and you could find it.
No, if you give Longard the opportunity, she'll destroy what evidence is left. They'll have to object. They have to stop them.
But what do I say?
I don't have anything concrete to offer. What am I thinking? Never this reckless. No, I get back at it now. I've got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend. I can save Mr. Saint in that means. Even if my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot. It's now or never. Should I object? Yes! I suppose this must be how certain serial bluffer always feels. Regardless, I cannot walk away. Wait, Your Honor.
This better be good, Mr. Edgeworth.
I've got it.
Got what exactly?
The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Connors' knife is.
Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth?
I do. Not at all.
I don't know any better. I would say that you were bluffing.
Ha! You would wound me, Your Honor. I didn't know the word. It could be the other word.
He's pulling a phoenix. Let's go. That's actually cool. That's a cool turnaround for his character.
This is a terrible thing for my heart.
Yeah, you know how it feels.
There's no way you could. But it's not here, I tell you. Well, would you be so kind as to enlighten us? Where's the real murder weapon?
Think, Miles, think. Somewhere not even the police would search. A blind spot in the zoo. A hiding place that the warden could absolutely be sure of. A hiding place.
No.
You made it in the croc's mouth! Wouldn't the croc, like, die? You're feeling sick. Oh, mother. I thought about that for a second. I was like, no way, because the croc would get hurt. I was like, oh, actually. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, that's cool because they foreshadowed that.
Yes, come on, help me to open up.
Did she use the same trick? No, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detection could there be?
Mr. Edgeworth, how could you intend to keep us waiting?
There's the faintest possibility I'm right, but if I'm wrong, we said to lose everything.
I didn't even think about that.
Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is hidden.
Here, in the yard?
Indeed.
I don't believe I understand. Would you care to explain a little more? Where exactly is the murder weapon hidden?
Right here. Of course. That's where it must have been.
Huh?
What's the matter, Detective?
There's a metal ticket, sir. It's a react to the alligator.
But how?
The murder detective was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence.
Chisel. Oh, yeah, but didn't figure out anything that isn't the murder weapon.
You might recall that Staccatus hid this chisel in this dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right. Murder weapon was hidden inside the alligator in the pond over there.
What? No way.
We detected the threats of the metallic object during the earlier investigation. Judge Gambit, you didn't know what's inside that alligator.
Understood. Then we will need to summon a veterinarian. I'm sure I could get a little sweetie to open up for us. I'd be happy to give it a try.
Please, by all means. Warden Langard, the real murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess?
I have nothing to confess.
As you wish, then you may simply wash it and wait as your lies are exposed.
So we got it.
This has to be it.
It's over, Fifi Langard. The real murder weapon was about him as Connors' knife, making you the only person who could have killed Marco Knight.
I'm not the criminal here. This is all Connors is doing. I did the right thing. God, Knight was a threat. He was going to lapdog. Curse that speckled man, Connors. Why did he have to ruin my perfect little home? We could have been happy forever if it wasn't for him. He ruined my paradise on earth. He ruined everything. Curse him. Curse that pit of this butcher. That awful, terrible, despicable man. Curse him. You've turned into... Oh, it's gone now. You're a prisoner after all. You're a prisoner after all. Precious Peter, sir. The test results have just come back.
Winner? I guess we've all been under a lot of stress.
Traces the Bronco Knights were on the Mr. Connors' night. It was just like he said, sir. Your drives at least on a stunning victory. Thank you, officer. Excellent work. And if you could continue complimenting me if you like. Yes, sir. Dinner wins again. Yeah, I think I'm welling up a little.
With rage?
Excellent work, Eustace. Just a few loose ends to tie up and we're done. Huh? What are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I?
We have to confirm whether or not Knight really was working for Mr. Connors. It would be vital to know that one longer was simply jumping to conclusions on that front.
Huh?
There's Clueless, and then there's you.
Huh, well, I guess I better get back to the investigation. Alright, Elvis, you're with me. You're about to see the winner and win a whole lot more. Prepare to witness first-rate investigative talent in action. You're sure I'm right with you, sir. Can't wait to watch you at work. It's winning time. I hate that kid. No, I'm just kidding. That kid's alright. It's just goofy. I said this case will cause quite a... I thought I said slur. Quite a stir. Attempted murder of a president is news enough, as would-be assassin has been murdered.
But Knight never sought him and killed the president in the first place.
Truth is not always as important as it might seem, Mr. Edwards. In the eyes of full society, the law. How can you even say that? You don't have to believe me, however. As a prosecutor, Mr. Edwards is obliged to accept this as the reality of the world he operates in.
Being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe.
We are free to believe as we choose. The law is not to be toyed with for our own personal gills. If you refuse to accept this, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences. What does that mean? You're not even going to take us? Afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edwards. I mean, I did solve it, so I kind of beat your thing.
Gambit's right. There must be only one set of laws for everyone. But if following the law means sacrificing the truth, can I really do that in good conscience?
Stop it, you're out! Hi, Regina. What was the voice? Silence Mickey Mouse, I forgot about this. I think alright. They did let you out, right? Yeah. I'm so confused about what's happening. Some guy just came and said I was free to go, and I have misjudged what to think. You sure do. Mr. Edwards found out who the real killer is. Oh, really? He did that for me, Mr. Edwards? No, don't stare at me like that. I'm innocent, I swear. Don't pull around. I broke out from under me now. Stop it, silly. It's true. I saved you. Say to him already. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Thank you. And a great big Regina Berry, thank you for me, too.
So you're talking directly to me? Small victories, I suppose.
Can I just ask one question, Mr. Attorney?
Sure. I'm actually attorney, though.
I thought Bronco was my thread. No, my best friend. I trusted him, but now... Well, it's just... I never knew. Never would have believed that he could hate somebody enough to want to kill them. He kept something like that from me, and then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he just told me, I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helps, that he had to let go of all that stuff.
It's the same, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proves that I trusted him.
I don't know. Chessboard? It's chess set I brought for him.
Might have a hidden chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape.
What? You mean he was using me?
No, he believed in you. He knew he could count on you to bring it, and that you would never be so untrusting as to look inside. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping he could keep you from getting caught up in this mess.
Oh, Bronco! Oh, why did you tell me? At least you understand now, right, Simon? Sure he does. At least he may not show it, but Simon's no dummy. Let good night's rest. It's simply over the whole thing by tomorrow.
That's not as complimentary as I think it is.
I'll try. I have to. For Bronco, I have to show him I can be the best animal trainer out there.
That's the spirit.
I don't like that he said that.
Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love if you come to Stratford.
I would say this is better than... Oh, not that. Not you again. And so... Definitely better than Circus. We didn't have clowns to deal with, really. Never get to that one. Whew. This is like a better Big Top. I'll say, I did like this one. It wasn't super... There was a lot of suspects, I will say. It was kind of obvious I was the board, but yeah.
I'll be joining Regina outside for this one. That's right, the big party, so it's the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have to do some fun. Sounds great, doesn't it, Miss Redruth? Come on, we have to go.
Well, I'll think about it.
Alright, Simon, we've got some training to do. I think it's time for you to get acquainted. What? Return to the tiger? No way, I can't. No. Oh, you'll be fine, silly. You'll never meet a nicer kitty cat. I can't. Please, Regina, anything but that, please.
To sapphire customer. I don't like that animation. Well, it was simply such smiles. Talk about pulling it out of bad.
I couldn't have done it without Defender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away. Besides, I have you to thank for being able to investigate the case in the first place.
Oh, stop patting me in the back any harder, and you're gonna make me blush. Or topple over.
I suppose it would be asking too much for you to take this seriously.
Seriously, Miles, my friend, I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to save an innocent client? Sort of means I'm being an attorney after all.
Being an attorney?
I was saying, I had a blast. Remind me of the good old days. When Gregory was standing right there beside me. It's been like a zillion years since I felt his warm and fuzzy on the job.
Alright, that's good, bittersweet, I'm not sure.
Say, Miles, you ever thought about going into the defense game full time?
Excuse me?
You know, pick up where Gregory left off. Get out there and actually help people. Hey, pal, do we big ideas? Mr. Edgeworth, anybody switch sides? Why not coming over to the light side's all the rage? Everybody's doing it these days.
Come on, Mrs. Fender, you know it's not about that.
Chill, team, chill. Don't get it twisted. I was just asking a completely perfectly innocent question.
No, you weren't.
Heck, you were. Looks like we got a meet defense team there yourself, Miles.
Vendor, I am a prosecutor.
Yeah, pretty I'm an attorney. You could be one too. I'm serious. Well, I've said my piece. You change your mind, you know who to call. I'll be waiting. See you later, Waves. Waves to you and see you later.
Follow my father's footsteps. Could I really do such a thing? I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my dad. An attorney like my father.
Oh, father appearance?
Me?
That's the end. Okay, I think we're probably gonna... I knew this wasn't gonna be too long, so... Makes sense. Turnabout Legacy. Oh, is this gonna be... That sounds like a flashback episode. That's gonna be fun. Not sure how many episodes are in this game, but yeah, I'm gonna pause it there. We're gonna end it there for now, because I didn't want to do a long stream with this one. So it's gonna be a shorter one, because we need to finish the episode. But we will do Voice of the Void next week. And then we'll do more Ace Attorney. And it will be also it's getting hotter. That's crazy. Getting hotter. So it's like 10 Celsius hot. Alright. Well, let me go to here. So I think the episode's nice. I like the episode. It wasn't too like crazy with some things. Maybe I don't remember if it was. Maybe it was. I don't remember. But it was. The knife at the alligator's mouth is kind of crazy. I will say. But yeah, it worked. I guess it was nicely foreshadowed, so I did like that. I did like that it was foreshadowed as well. I for some reason thought it was the weight, but I guess it wasn't. But yeah. We will do that next time. I have Omega Kerfer finally made in Voices of Void, so we have that. And I want to clean up the place, and after I'm done cleaning up, I did get out of the Krampus event. I did accidentally get an event of scanning a signal of a spaceship, and I got some weird notices on the computer, which I will show when I get through there. It was kind of crazy, but it wasn't like too much. It was like 2 things. And also I got an image of aliens that were looking at me, stalking me outside my window. Which I will show, I screenshot of that so I have it next time to show. But, yeah. That's gonna be it for now. And, yeah, thanks for watching. And, yeah, I'll see you later. Short stream, but, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.